Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. In this video, I want us to listen to Professor Kithure Kindiki, CS Interior. Kithure made some remarks that have been going viral since yesterday. Remarks that are going to inform the basis of our analysis right now. Listen to this before we continue. Those are very interesting remarks coming from CS Interior. Kindiki is making it very clear in broad daylight that some few elements within the police force are using unnecessary force, which the government will not tolerate. So the big question is, who is this person giving the police orders to use unnecessary force? Because it's very clear that somebody very influential in the government might be directing the police on how to handle the peaceful demonstrators. I want us to dissect those remarks for Kenyans to understand the games being played behind the scenes. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's proceed. Yes. Let me start by saying this. If you look at Kenya Kwanza government, right from the top to the bottom, right from William Ruto to the lowly in the government, Kithure Kindiki is coming out as the sober voice in Kenya Kwanza government. William Ruto is not sober. His deputy is not sober. Members of parliament supporting them are not sober. Top government officials are not sober. But I'm seeing a Kithure Kindiki who is coming out as a little bit more sober than all these other government officials, starting with William Samoei Ruto. Those remarks by Kithure Kindiki have got two meanings. The first meaning, I'm seeing a Kithure Kindiki who is indirectly telling William Samoei Ruto that as the CS Interior, he is not happy on how the government is handling Azimio's demonstrations. Those remarks might be an indirect message to William Samoei Ruto that things are not just going on as they should be. Kithure is not happy with Ruto's government, and especially on how some other top government officials are ordering top police bosses to handle peaceful demonstrators. I'm saying that because we all know that the National Police Service should be independent. But from what we have been seeing in the past protests and demonstrations, forces outside the police service are ordering the top police bosses on how to handle such demonstrators. And Moses Kuria Rigathi Gachagua have been widely mentioned as the individuals ordering the top police bosses on how to operate. Kithure is not happy with that. And Kithure is just sending an indirect message to William Ruto to call Moses Kuria, Rigathi Gachagua, and some top government officials to order. The second meaning, I'm seeing a William Ruto who might be softening his stance on the demonstrators. though that's a remote possibility, because the William Ruto we know, I don't think he has that kind of a wisdom to see that things are getting out of hand. From his past track record, that's a possibility, but a remote possibility. Ruto might just be softening his stance against the peace, against Azimio demonstrators. And if that is the case, then it might it might mean that Raila Odinga and William Ruto might be hammering a deal to end the demonstrations and the protests, assuming Ruto is softening his stance. Above all, even before I conclude, it's almost certain and very clear that Kenya Kwanza is getting it completely wrong on how it's handling the demonstrators. And already from what we saw in Kisi, what we saw in Nyanza, what we saw at the coast across the country, these protests and demonstrations are now getting attraction across the country. When they started, we were only seeing them in some parts of Nairobi and in some parts of Nyanza. But from what we saw on Friday, the protests were all over the country. A confirmation that as the situation continues, as Ruto continues pushing Kenyans to the wall, more and more Kenyans are joining the demonstrations. And or rather, Kenyans were very shocked to see some of them, or rather some Kenyans, daring the police to shoot them. The police had guns and they were aiming their guns at the demonstrators, but the demonstrators were very brave enough to dare the police to shoot them. All those confirms that Kenyans are tired, fed up of a William Ruto's government. They are ready for anything. This is why I've always been maintaining here that Ruto will be very lucky to reach 2027 as Kenya's president. It appears the gods have conspired to destroy William Ruto. Ruto has been blinded. He's not seeing clearly. Things are getting out of control, but he's not seeing. He's not seeing, ladies and gentlemen. As I conclude, the sentiments by Kithure Kindiki confirms the confusion in the government. A government that is not reading from the same page. And if some elements, such as Kithure Kindiki, are still in that government, then they are coming out as the lone voice, or rather the lone voices in a criminal government. Ruto is not sober. His deputy is not sober. Members of parliament supporting them are not sober. The only sober voice in Kenya Kwanza government is coming out very clearly as Professor Kithure Kindiki. That's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there for today, or rather for now. We are working on a very interesting video, a video on Silvanus Osoro, who was given a Burukenge beating in Kisi. Another confirmation that the Kisi ground is also becoming very hostile to William Ruto and his foot soldiers on the ground. Let me stop it there. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you are giving me here. Any other person who wants to support the forum, I've pinned my number down below and also on the comment section. contact me through the number or feel free to channel your support to the number. Thank you. God bless you. God bless Kenya. Thank you.